Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Geneva. I'm Chris Nosevich. We're going to replay the interview we showed you earlier this week with Mr. Rogers, but we also have some new announcements in today's show, so let's get started. GTV News starts right now. Welcome back, Geneva, and here are your morning announcements for Thursday, September 24th, 2020. This has been an historical year here at Geneva High School as our district has opted for a hybrid in-person learning schedule in the midst of a pandemic. That decision, along with hundreds of others, were made after countless hours of discussion, and in the center of many of those meetings was one man. Earlier this week, GTV reporter Tessa Bulk had a one-on-one interview with Geneva High School principal, Mr. Tom Rogers. In case you missed it, here it is again. Tessa?
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Rogers. First of all, how do you think hybrid learning has gone from your perspective?
I personally think it's going great. But having said that, I understand that it's not perfect. I also understand that certain situations make teachers and staff and students nervous, and I totally respect that. But I can't thank everyone enough for observing all the protocols that we've put in place. Everyone's wearing their masks. The cleaning protocols in the classrooms are being properly conducted. And I think because of that, we've gotten off to a great start. And I think people who maybe were pessimistic about whether we could make this work perhaps have been swayed in that positive direction and now believe that maybe we can keep it going. So I've been very, very pleased and very, very thankful to everyone for how they've responded to this situation.
Mm-hmm. And with the few confirmed cases at the school, is there a magic number for us to officially go fully remote?
You know, there is not a magic number. We work very closely with the Kane County Health Department. And ultimately, if there are scenarios or situations that occur, it's the health department that will tell us what our next step is. But at the present time, with the limited number of cases that we've encountered, we have been given the green light to continue, and I've been asked that numerous times, and there is no magic number or no threshold at the present time that any of us are aware of.
Mm-hmm. And do you think in the foreseeable future we will go fully together again, A and B days?
You know, that's a very hard one to answer. I would say probably not. I know personally I'm just thrilled that we're able to have people in person in the hybrid model on the AB days. Obviously, I think many people would love to be all together and have things be normal again. But I think we just have to be patient and make sure that this is going to work well, and then take a look at that as time goes along. So I would say for the foreseeable future, we're going to remain in a hybrid schedule. Much like your question about is there a threshold, I guess I would say, is there a timeline or is there a particular date when we will make a decision about what the next step is? And I would say no, there's not. We're just going to continue to take this week by week and do the best we can, and then we'll start talking about the future once we see this continue to unfold in a positive way.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks again for joining us. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Tessa. In other announcement news, you may have thought the curtains came down the theater program here at GHS during the pandemic, but you'd be wrong. With safety protocols in place in the auditorium, theater teacher Miss Kate Woodruff tells us how they are holding their first freshman play during COVID this weekend. They'll be wearing masks on the stage, social distancing, and expecting smaller crowds, but Miss Woodruff says she's still going to make the most out of the 14-student show.
So we are doing the show All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, which is a series of vignettes all about the experience of being a child and kind of those lessons that we learned, like play fair, treat everyone the same, and how we carry that into our adult lives or how we lose it along the way.
They are planning to record the show so that more people have access to seeing it safely. For GHS choir, kids singing together in one room literally is music to their ears. The school is holding choir classes where the kids are singing 6 feet apart, wearing masks, and while still attempting to hold a note. For one choir student, she said she's happy to be singing in school, but can see a challenge up ahead if the current schedule changes.
In my choir, there's like 11 people on my day. So we're obviously going to get really close and like get to know each other really well, but it's going to be harder when we go back, or if we go back and we're with the other class of students. So for me, the B-Day students, I'm not really going to know them. I'm not going to know what their singing is like or how we're going to mix, and that will be a little difficult, I feel like.
Choir teachers have been discussing with students plans to hold concerts while keeping it socially distanced. There are a lot of clubs that are once again starting up and are looking for new members. We'll tell you about a few in just a moment. But first, we'd like to remind you that whether you like making movies, television, being in front of or behind the camera, you can be a part of what we do here at GTV by joining the GTV Club. Our first club meeting will be Tuesday, September 29th, in person in the studio after school. You can also join us virtually through a Teams meeting. Feel free to scan this QR code so it'll be added to the team. Please contact Ms. Benny for more details. The Geneva High School robotics team is back in session. There will be a meeting held today in room CC 152 today after school. The captain said it's great to have something in common with fellow team members.
To create something with people who are just as engaged and interested with technology and administration and just working with their hands as you are.
All those interested in STEM, business management, or working in a team and atmosphere are encouraged to join. FCC LA's first meeting will take place on Wednesday, September 30th after school. They'll be meeting by the mobiles to dye t-shirts and masks. Please contact Ms. Consdorf or Ms. Alford with any questions. And Educators Rising Club's first meeting will be on Thursday, October 1st in room EE 180 after school. Thursday, October 8th will be their virtual fall kickoff conference with Aurora University. Please contact Mrs. Consdorf for the Zoom link. If you are interested in other cultures and countries or love languages, then you should go check out the International Club. They're meeting next Thursday, October 1st at 3 p.m. in room J243. The next SAD Club meeting will be next Tuesday and Wednesday, September 29th and 30th in room EE 191. If you cannot attend in person, you can still join using Microsoft Teams on the GHS SAD Club team. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Meister. For those whose goal is to play lacrosse, you're in luck, because Geneva is offering a chance to play this semester. There are currently more than 50 players who are on the team, and the coaches are busy trying to recruit more people. They hold practices and training twice a week. Coach Lucas Rojas says he's prepared for things that keep changing at a moment's notice.
So I'm really concerned that, one, we're going to have season, and if we do, I really want to make sure everyone's safe and we're not going to be responsible or contribute to the spread of this all and, get other people and put other people at risk.
Right now, the season is slated to go from May 23rd to June 26th. Now time for a quick check of the weather. We're expecting a high of 71 and a low of 48 with a chance of showers later in the day. And now here's 3 to know before we go. Please check out the Geneva High School website for more information on picture retakes for the yearbook. We have a lot more details about our next show on the upcoming Festival of Frights. And B-Learns have school tomorrow. Well, June, looks like all the news we have for you today. I'm Chris No Savage. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a terrific Thursday.